At my sister's graduation ceremony, my parents laughed at my accomplishments in front of everyone. They joked that I had never done anything special with my life. I stayed quiet and kept my smile on my face because they didn't know that in that same hall, an announcement was about to change the way they saw me forever. My name is Emma Wilson. I was 29 years old and I lived in a small town in Ohio. In my family, my younger sister Rachel had always been the center of attention. Rachel was 24 years old. She was beautiful, confident, and knew how to speak in front of people. My parents always said she was going to achieve great things. And maybe she really did. But the problem was that my parents never noticed how far I had come. My father, Richard Wilson, was a successful businessman. He admired success. But to him, success was often about the things people could see from the outside. A high-paying job. An expensive car. A big house. My mother, Linda, always cared about family pictures and other people's opinions. Anyone looking at our family from the outside would think we were perfect. But the reality was different. Since childhood, I felt like I always had something to prove. When Rachel won an award at school, there was a celebration at home. When I got good grades, my father would say, "That's good. But you could have done even better." I never complained. I thought maybe things would change with time. So I kept working hard. I finished college. I worked to pay for my own education. I studied late at night, worked during the day, and slowly built my own life. But my family only saw one thing. They saw my sister as more successful than me. My sister's graduation day was a huge moment for her. She was completing her business degree at a university. The entire family came to the ceremony. My parents were filled with pride. We were all sitting inside the large university hall. People were taking pictures. Children were talking nearby. Someone's phone kept buzzing with notifications. I sat quietly in my seat. I was happy. Rachel had worked hard. I was genuinely happy for her. But then my father leaned toward me and said, "Do you see? This is what success looks like." I looked at him. "What do you mean?" He gave a small smile. "I mean, Rachel has built something. You're still doing those small things you always do." I didn't answer. I knew exactly what he meant. My mother joined the conversation. "Emma, sometimes you need to think bigger in life." I asked, "You think I don't think big?" She smiled. "We're just looking at reality." I looked back toward the hall. People were taking their seats. I simply nodded. Then Rachel's name was announced. The entire hall filled with applause. My parents stood up. My mother took pictures with tears in her eyes. I stood too. I clapped. Because she was my sister. But a few minutes after the ceremony ended, my father said something I would never forget. We were standing outside in the lobby. Rachel was taking pictures with her friends. My father said to one of his friends, "Our younger daughter made us proud today." Then he looked at me. "I wish Emma could do something like this someday." He said it while laughing. But I heard it. I was holding a cup of coffee. The coffee had already gone cold. I placed the cup down. I didn't respond. My mother said, "Oh, come on. We were just joking. Don't take everything so seriously." I smiled and said, "Yeah, I know." But something changed inside me that day. Because it wasn't the first time. It was just the last time. For years, I had silently accepted everything. When I got an internship at a good company after college, my father said, "This is just the beginning. Let's see how far you really go." When I received my first major paycheck, my mother asked, "You're still living in a rental apartment?" But when Rachel bought an expensive phone, everyone said, "She's enjoying her life." The difference was not small. I felt it. But I never fought back. Because I wanted a day to come when my work would speak for itself. And that day finally arrived. My family just didn't know it yet. 1 week after the graduation ceremony, I received a phone call. It was from my company's CEO office. "Emma, can you attend an event next Friday?" I asked, "What event?" They said, "The company's annual meeting." I replied, "Yes, of course." I knew something important was coming. For the past 2 years, I had been working on a major project. I had created a new marketing strategy that helped the company significantly increase its revenue. But I never told my family. Because I knew they probably wouldn't believe me. On the day of the annual meeting, I arrived at the company. The hall was huge. Hundreds of people were there. My company's CEO, Sarah Mitchell, walked onto the stage. She talked about different employees and their contributions. Then she said, Today we want to make a special announcement. My name appeared on the screen. I was shocked. Sarah said, Emma Wilson developed a strategy for our company that helped us successfully enter new markets and achieve remarkable growth. People started applauding. Then she announced, that is why Emma is being promoted to our company's new director of strategy. I walked onto the stage. I held the microphone. I only said, I want to thank the people who believed in me. That was it. I didn't mention anyone's name. Because some people don't deserve credit for your success. A few days later, the video from the event was shared online. My parents saw it too. For the first time, they learned what the daughter they underestimated had actually achieved. That evening my mother called me. Emma. I answered, yes. She stayed silent for a moment. Then she said, we didn't know. I asked, didn't know what? She said, that you had come this far. I quietly replied, because you never asked. Silence. Then my father took the phone. Emma, we are proud of you. I thought for a moment. Then I said, Dad, are you proud of me because of what I achieved or because now other people also see me as successful? He had no answer. A few weeks later, Rachel came to my house. She stood at the door. Can we talk? I let her inside. She sat on the couch. I remember what happened that day. I stayed quiet. She said, I shouldn't have acted like you had done nothing. I looked at her. It wasn't only you, Rachel. She lowered her eyes. I know. I said, the problem wasn't that you didn't see my success. The problem was that none of you ever tried to see it. She didn't say anything. Years have passed now. I still talk to my family. But things have changed. I no longer measure my worth by someone else's approval. That day was supposed to be my sister's graduation celebration. My parents thought they were honoring the most successful person in the family. But that same day, they discovered that the daughter they ignored had quietly built her own place in the world. They thought my silence was weakness. That was their biggest mistake. If you enjoyed this story, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more powerful and emotional stories. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content that inspires and connects with people around the world. Thank you for watching, and we truly appreciate you being part of our community.